All right, let's find our chairs, sit comfortably, scoot a little forward in your chair. So sitting a little bit forward in your chair. And what that does, I've said, to remind you, is that when you're sitting against the back of your chair, you have a tendency to slouch sometimes. And when you just scoot a little forward and plant your feet, that engages your back muscles and your spine. So it keeps your spine and your back nice and strong and healthy. Yeah. Yes. And so let's just arrive in our space, sitting up gently, nice and tall. So I talked about this week of, like seeds and flowers and plants and trees and everything that grows, right? The seeds, if we hold on to them and keep them in a bag, they won't sprout, right? We have to throw them out there, right? And let them find a place to manifest, to grow. And that's the same thing with our desires in life. And as I stated yesterday in my little newsletter reminder, that sometimes it's hard to really figure out, what do I want in this lifetime? And what do I desire in this lifetime, right? We want something else to just make it happen. Well, that's not possible. We have to direct that energy. And so sometimes it's easier to start with, because the human mind tends to think negatively. Sometimes it's easier to start with, what do I not want? What habits do I not want anymore? What people around me do I not want to have around me anymore? And sometimes it's easier to start there, to sort of start stripping down what you don't want. And then it's clearer what we do want. Then all of a sudden we have this clarity, and we can start to have clarity. Sometimes it's helpful to write it down. What do I not want? Just start writing a list. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have that habit anymore. I don't want to think negatively anymore. Like, it just doesn't feel good. Yes. And then over a little bit of time, have another list to say, this is what I do want. And no holds barred. Like, don't say, but I could never really do that because I don't have, no, none of that. It's like, I want to go to Croatia. I really want to do that. And so just write that down. That's a desire. Send it out there. And then it manifests. Things just start to, that energy starts to come to you and can manifest. And things can change all the time too. So the bottom line is just to not have any restrictions of, oh, my body wouldn't allow me to travel that far or whatever. Because if you really want something, go for it, right? Send it out there. Don't hold on to it. Yeah. Such a nice concept. Good. Just let somebody in here. So as we do our practice today, and again, it's going to be another hot day in Denver. So uh, every time you exhale your breath during the course of our practice, just imagine that you're clearing out all the negative things. I don't want to hold that anymore. I don't want to have that on me anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to think negative anymore. I want to get rid of my fear, whatever it is. With each exhale breath, just imagine we're getting rid of our emotional baggage, right? And it also is getting rid of our internal bodily toxins when we exhale too. Yeah. All right. So let's just again sit up nice and tall. So just keep that in mind as we're practicing. Every exhale breath, just know I'm just getting rid of stuff. I'm getting rid of stuff. Yeah. So we'll end practice today feeling so much lighter. Yeah. All right. Nice tall spine. Let's take a deep breath in and let it go. And since we're just starting now, if you want to just move your body a little bit, close your eyes and just figure out what your body wants to do. If you want to stretch, stretch. Yeah, just moving your body however you want to move it. Notice maybe don't forget the lower part of your body, maybe moving your legs, maybe wiggling your toes. And just gently releasing all the little tensions that we tend to hold everywhere. Yeah. And then you can relax Again, bringing your hands onto your lap. You can either keep your eyes closed. We're going to do a few cooling breaths, Tatali breath. Yeah, our little internal swan cooler. So we've all done this before, or if you haven't, just follow along. But basically, we're going to take a breath in through the mouth, and with the mouth, either you're going to have your tongue rolled. Remember, like when you were kids and you did that, you were challenging everybody. Can you roll your tongue? My kids can make three-leaf clovers with the tip of their tongue. I can't do that. Or if you can't roll your tongue, you're just going to open your mouth slightly. You're going to lay your tongue on the bottom of your mouth and you're going to breathe in through your mouth. So the breath goes along the top of the tongue. So either rolling or breath, the tongue is laying at the bottom of the mouth. All right, and then eyes closed if you haven't already. Good. So we're going to take just a cleansing breath in through the nose and breathe out. And now through the inhale breath, either roll your tongue or just open your mouth slightly and breathe in. Feeling the breath cooling the tongue, and then close the mouth and breathe out your nose slowly. Exhaling fully. And again, either roll your tongue or just open your mouth slightly. Breathing in, closing the mouth, pausing, breathing out through the nose. Nice and relaxed, no tension. And just do two more at your own pace, breathing in slowly, closing the mouth, breathing out fully, slowly. And then on your next exhale breath, relax the breath. Yes, good. Now keeping your eyes closed, we're just going to start to move the neck a little bit. But so we're going to start with tucking your chin down to your chest. Yeah. So relax your shoulders back, your chin is to your chest. Good. Now on an inhale breath, start to slowly lift the chin as you breathe in through your nose. Lift it a little higher. Good. And then as you breathe out, just bring your head back straight forward to neutral. Then tuck your chin down all the way. And then inhale, start to slowly lift the chin up. Lift it up towards the sky as you're breathing in. Pause. And then as you exhale through your nose, just bring your head back to neutral. Couple more times. Drop your chin. As you breathe in through the nose, slowly lift the chin up towards the sky, opening up to all possibilities. As you exhale, just bring your head back to center. One more time, drop your chin to your chest. And then taking a big inhale breath, start to lift the chin up towards the sky. Big full breath in, pause. And then as you exhale, bring your head back to neutral. And now just take a nice big breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth with a sigh. And now we're going to start with 3 ohms, connecting ourselves to this beautiful universal energy that we are all connected to. Yes, good. So if your hands are done on your lap, bring your palms up on your lap. Yes, and let's take a breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, exhale the sound of Om. Om. And again, breath in. Noticing the vibrations on the Om from your pelvic floor all the way up to the top of your head. One more breath in. And relax the breath. Feel the vibrations of connecting yourself to the universal energy. We are not alone. We are not doing anything alone. We are connected. And when you're feeling ready and complete, you may gently crack your eyes open, let a little bit of light come in, and then open up a little bit more. Slowly open your eyes, and a little more, and then fully open your eyes. Good. Yeah. So we're just vibration. Science says this, right? All the sciences, we're just this basically about 30 trillion cells is what makes up our bodies. Yes. And cells are constantly moving and they're constantly dying off and regenerating. We're this energy body, right? And you can feel it sometimes when somebody close to you is feeling sad. You might feel that sadness, or the reverse. If somebody's like something great happened, as somebody you love, you feel happy for them, right? So we are connected not only to our, close family members or friends or animals, but we're connected to every living being on this earth. Yes, that's why it feels so good to be in nature, right? We're connecting with nature, with all that beautiful, wonderful, amazing beauty. It's giving us oxygen. It's clearing our air. It's amazing. Yeah. So just keeping that in mind, you are never alone in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Okay. So nice tall spine. Again, we're scooted away from the back of our chair. Take a nice big breath in. And on an exhale breath, hinge forward. And then bring one elbow and the other elbow onto your thighs and interlace your hands and bring your palms together here. Yeah. So we're going to just start to open up our upper body. It's also a little bit of a core work here. So we're just gently clasping our hands. Good. Here, you can look down towards your hands if you'd like, your hands. And then slowly bring your right elbow up off your thigh and lift it up just as high as you can. And then bring your elbow back onto your thigh. And then bring your left elbow up. Again, just as high as is comfortable, no discomfort. Bring the elbow back down. One more round. Lift the right elbow up, maybe a little higher, and down. And lift the left elbow up. It's just stretching the shoulders and the upper body in a little bit different way. Yeah. And now unlace your hands and bring your palms down. So your palms are separated. Now your hands are separated. Palms are down. I'm going to come into a little cobra. So press down into your elbows and glide your thigh muscle back towards your hip bones. Yeah. You feel that drag back. Good. And then press into your feet. Lift your heart. Start to lift your heart and maybe look forward. So we're stretching our spine and breathe. Yeah. Bring a little smile to your face. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Again, not over stretching, just to feel good. We're elongating. We're giving some space. Yes, to our spine. And then exhale, release your head back down. Good. And then draw your one hand back onto your thigh. Draw the other hand back onto your thigh. Press down into your thighs and slowly bring your body back up. Good. All right. So we'll start a little music here. I like to play the music very softly so it doesn't interfere. Yeah. If ever you feel like it's too loud or too soft, just let me know at the end of class. Yeah. All right. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale again, we're going to drop our chin to our chest now again. And then we're going to inhale, roll your head over to the right, bring it up, and roll it over to the other side and drop it down. And again, soften your eyes. Just let your eyelids relax. You can even close your eyes if you'd like and do 2 more slow rotations of your head, noticing where you might be holding some tension. If there's a knot in your neck that's really like, whoa, you can pause there and then take a breath into that tightness and then continue on as you exhale. Yeah, and then when chin comes back to chest, pause and do 3 circles the opposite direction. Again, do this nice and mindfully, nice and slow. Noticing any tightness or discomfort in your neck. Can be from many things, how we sleep, what we carry physically and mentally. Yeah, so just let it go. Good. Just let this feel good. Next time that the head comes forward now, pause. Press down into your feet and slowly lift your head back up. Good. Relax your arms down. Let's take a nice big breath in and let it go. Sigh it all out. Let go of what you're holding on to. Even if you're, just feeling, I woke up this morning feeling a little bit like, oh, here comes fall and winter and it's going to be 97. But that's how our mind goes, right? And it's like, what can I do to feel good? So I just put on some really nice music, some uplifting music. And it really just lifts you back up. It lifted me right back up into my true self. Yes, our true selves are joy and contentment. Yeah. All right, arms hanging down. Just going to roll the right shoulder forward and up and back and down. And then the left shoulder. Going to just do some back circles. And then the right shoulder. And the left shoulder. And now both shoulders. Good. Pause. And now we're going to bring the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder forward roll and the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder forward and both shoulders forward and down. Yeah, good. Shake out your arms, shake out your fingers. Yes. Flop your fingers around. Yeah. And relax. Good. We're going to bring our legs out wide. Okay, we're going to bring our hands onto our thighs. Yes, onto our thighs. Good. All right. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, lead with your right shoulder. Start to stretch your right shoulder towards the left knee. Yes. Pressing into your feet, that's stabilizing. Press down into both feet. Looking down at your feet, I'm noticing my right foot is a little bit forward from my left, so make sure your toes are in line. Take a nice big breath in and exhale, take that left shoulder towards the right knee. Stretching our lat muscles here, our middle back, and then again over to the other side. And up, and then that left shoulder to right knee. Maybe you go a little further. Good. And let's do one more. Right, that right shoulder to the left knee. Press down into your feet to come up, and left shoulder to right knee, maybe a little further. And slowly come back up. Good. And relax. Release it out. Good. Relax your shoulders, pressing down. Slowly raise your hands up to a T. Stretch your fingers to either side of the room. Lift your fingers up now and press your palms into the walls on either side of the room. Good. And now bring your fingers down and up and down and up. Pause here. Spread your fingers wide, including your thumbs, and roll your fingers forward, up, and roll them back. Good. Forward. Good. Smiling. Arms might be getting heavy, so see if you can breathe deeper. Yes. And back. Good. And now bring your hands into light fists. Start to rotate your hands into fists. I know you're getting tired. Notice your shoulders. Are your shoulders yanking up because they're getting tired? See if you can relax your shoulders as you slowly start to let the arms float down. If at any point in time in anything that we do, you can't breathe and you're gripping and you're struggling, you just come out of the pose, right? And meet us in the next one. Yeah, good. And relax, shake it out, move the shoulders. Yes, get all that tension released from your shoulders. Good. All right. And now we're going to heel toe, our feet back to hip distance apart. We're going to take our right hand onto our left thigh. Release your left arm down. Turn your palm out. On an inhale breath, press into your legs, into your feet. Reach your right arm or left arm out and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. So you're going to hold on to your thigh. And as you exhale, reach up and stretch over. So hold on to your thigh here. Stretch long on that right side, on your left side rather. Here we're opening up our lung, our rib cage, all that fascia tissue in each rib cage, in each of your little ribs. Good. Breathe. Good. Smile. On an inhale breath, press into your feet. Slowly come back up. Exhale. Release your arm down. Relax the shoulder as the arm comes down. Good. Come back to center. Find your posture. Nice tall spine. Shoulders gently back and down. Taking now your left hand onto your right thigh. Relax your right arm down. Turn your palm out. Good. On an inhale breath, bring that right arm out and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, hold on to that right thigh as you reach up and over. Stretch as long as you can here. And breathe. Yes. You can always have your arm in cactus pose if your shoulder's feeling a little too stiff for extension of the arm. And 2 and 1. Press into your feet. Slowly come back up. And exhale, let that arm just float down. Good. And come back to center. Good. Let's take a nice big breath in. And let go. Release any tension that you might have picked up there. Yeah. Good. Now on an inhale breath, lift the heart, look up, slide your hands to the top of your thighs. Reach your elbows back. And then exhale, slide your hands forward, drop your head, stretch your spine gently towards the back of your chair. Little cat-cows. Inhale, slide your hands to the top of your thighs. Stretch your elbows back. If you want to land your palms onto the back of your chair behind your hips for a bigger, wider opening of the chest, heart, thyroid, that's an option. And then exhale, bring your hands back to your thighs. Start to slide your hands down your thighs to your knees, front of your knees. Drop your head. Good. And then one more. Press down into your feet. Slide your hands to the top of your thighs. Either stay there or you can bring your palms behind your hips. Lift your heart. Press down gently into your palms. Look up. Opening up all those upper chakras, throat, yes, heart, good, solar plexus, and then slide your hands down your thighs again, front of the knees, drop your head, pause, and just rock your head side to side. Good. And come back to center, press into your feet, slowly come back up, straight back up, find your posture, yes. All right, one more little stretch and strengthening for our legs, and then we'll come to a stand if that's what you want to do. So you're gonna extend your right leg, like so you're on your heel, good. You don't wanna drop your knee, you want a little bit of a bend in your knee. Now we're going to be lifting our leg, and our leg weighs a lot. I don't know how much a leg weighs. I know a head weighs 8 to 10 pounds. So it's got to be 25, 30 pounds at least. Yeah. So what you can do is hold on to the sides of your chair. Yes, good. And then on an inhale breath, lift your leg up off the floor. Engage this thigh. Let the thigh bring it up and release it down. Now, if that's not working for you, just the intention of lifting the weight of that leg is strengthening. Yeah. So again, we're going to lift it and lower. Tuck your tummy in, lift and lower. And now we're going to lift and do circles with our foot. And 3, 1, 2, 3, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3. And release, yeah, and slide that leg back. That's a challenge, right? So yeah, if you're just intending to lift it, but it's not coming up, then you can just rock your little toes side to side when we do our circles. Let's go to the other side, see how that works. Yes, so extending that leg, and again, pulling up on your chair to help your upper body lift the leg, lifting with your calf muscle, tucking your tummy in, that's engaging these low core muscles. So we're building strength, lift and lower. This is like weight training because we're lifting that 30 pounds. I'm gonna do some research on how much a leg weighs. Up and down, up and down. And now when you bring it up, if you can, do a couple circles with your toe in one direction and then a couple circles in the other direction. Oh yeah. And then release and slide it back. Good. And just pat your legs. Good job. So we can do weight training on our chairs. Yes, that works. And if you have some weights and you're sitting, it's a good thing. You can just do that with some weights. Good. Yes. All right. Let's tap our thyroid, thymus area, out to our pec muscles. Good. Bringing your hands onto your lap, lift your heels, drop your heels, lift your toes up really high, lift those toes and drop it, strengthening our shins and our ankles, keeping them, the ligaments all nice and stretched out and supple. So if we ever take a misstep and we sort of turn our ankle, we'll get less injury. Yes, if any. Yeah, and relax. Okay, so coming to a stand, sliding your heels back. So you can feel free to remain in your chair for the whole practice if that's how you're feeling today. If you want to come to a stand, do it mindfully, yes. Try to do it as gracefully as possible. Try to engage all your leg muscles and your upper body when you stand. So hinging forward, good. We're going to lead with our chin. We're going to lift our chin. So take a breath in, exhale it out. As you inhale, press into your heels and lift your chin up towards the sky as you come to a stand. Yes. And then just take a nice little mosey to the back of your chair. You can scoot it forward here. I'll scoot mine out to the side. Good. All right. So just arrive in this standing position. See how that goes. So immediately, where's your posture, right? Shoulders back and down, palms forward, feet about hip distance apart. Yes, equal weight in both legs. Lift your kneecaps up, tuck your tailbone down so we're not arching our back and our joints are stacked, right? This is our body's happy here. Yes, take a nice big breath in and let it go. Ah, that always just feels so good. Feel that relaxing. Your breath can dictate your emotional state. Yes, it can. All right, so let's start to move a little bit with our feet. Wiggle your feet. Yeah, and then your legs just a little bit. We're kind of waking the body up from sitting for a little while. Good. And wiggle those shoulders. And if you want to break into a dance, go ahead and do that. I was watching a video this morning and they were singing and, in a group and dancing at a little spiritual gathering. And everybody just looked so happy because it raises your prana energy. Play music that you like, that's uplifting. There's so much now. We're so lucky to have all these and then come to a stand. We're so lucky to have all these Spotify and Pandora and our cell phones we can type in a song and it'll play it immediately. And it's just, so we're so lucky we have that access. And I was just watching a documentary on Woodstock on PBS just last night. So good. I highly recommend it. But wow, that was an event. Okay, so we're going to strut. So just bending your elbows, and we're just going to, as if we're walking, maybe like we have some hiking poles, and we're just going to bend the knees and lift the heels, coming into this little strut. Yes, good. So we don't want to go too crazy today with this heat, but where we want to move every part of our body, stretch almost every part of our body. Yes, without being too much. Good. All right, and then pause. Good. And now we're going to just start to slide side to side. Take a little glide. And then just tapping to center, like little tap. This is strengthening these outer hips, glute muscles behind us. Yeah. And coming back to center. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Let it go. Good. Now we're going to soften our knees. I'm just going to raise our arms and drop our arms with soft knees. Raise up and drop. Big breath. Ah, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ah, yes, and this is just centering our nervous system here, just balancing. Ha, 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 and relax so much. That's just so good to do. Try to do it first thing in the morning. Up and down, and you can go side to side. Yes, and twist. We'll do that. Let's separate our legs a little bit. And inhale to one side and exhale to the other. Oh, let it go. Just as if nobody's watching, right? If nobody's listening, just let it out. And one more. Come back to center. We're going to do that again, exhaling the opposite direction. So if it's feeling familiar, you're probably on the same side, so switch it. And if you can't figure it out, it's still good brain work and just do what you can do. Two more. Last one. And if we strung all that together, it would be ha, 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 right? We'd be laughing. We can laugh. Yes. Go take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. I had to start bringing some jokes to the class. Get us laughing. All right. I'll try to do that. I'm not the best at remembering jokes, but I'll do my best. Or maybe we can share after class jokes. Okay. So coming to a nice mountain pose, your mountain pose. Yes. Good. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. Good. Not an inhale breath. We're going to reach our arms out and up. And as we exhale, palms down as we bring the arms down. Yeah. So soften the knees. Inhale, straighten the knees as you reach up. Big breaths. Exhale, circle sweep down. And one more. Inhale out and up. And exhale down. Good. And relax. This time we're going to inhale out and up, and we're going to pause up here. Yes, good. We're going to bring our hands into fists. Good. We're going to stretch our fists up towards the ceiling. Notice your rib cage. Notice if your rib cage is poking out. To do that, drop your lower rib cage. Good. And then stretch your right fist up a little higher, and then stretch your left fist. Stretch your right fist. Again, you're pressing down into your feet to reach up. That's stretching the whole body. Good. Up. And then pause. And now inhale and slowly look up between your fists. And breathe. Keep the back of your neck long. Don't drop your head back. That's too heavy. Yeah, so you just lift the chin, looking up towards the ceiling. For 2. For 1, and then drop your chin as you exhale. Start to rotate your hands through little fists in the air. And then slowly, ever so slowly, you can bend your elbows a little bit if you want. Relax your shoulders as your arms start to float down. When they get about halfway, pause. Reverse your circles, opposite direction. Yes. So I do that to help our brain-body connection. When we have to think while we're moving, that's good work for our brain-body connection. Yeah, good. Shake it out. Yes, as we age, everything gets slower, right? Including our brain cognitivity, but there's just ways for us to keep it fresh and clear. Yes, and coming to yoga and doing this stuff is one of the things in your toolbox to keep that brain-body connection. Good. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. All right, we're going to use the back of our chairs now. Good. So you're going to stand in the back of your chair. I know you might be getting out of it, but make sure you have some space behind you that if you go back in down dog, you can also have space to lift your leg. Yeah, so see if you can work that out. So hands on the back of your chair here. Make sure that your chair is not on rollers and it's not slidey, right? And don't put a lot of pressure on your hands. It's just there to support lightly. Start to step back, 1 step at a time. Good. Nice and slow. Good. And then when you're reached about your limit there, pause. You can bend your knees, drop your head between your arms, and gently stretch your fingers forward as you're reaching your hips back. And breathe. Yes, so each time you exhale, stretch your hips a little further towards the back wall. Good. Now, this is a little bit different, but bring your attention. So straighten the knees a little bit. We're going to go right into a forward fold here. Good. So you're going to release your right hand onto your right thigh and release your left hand onto your left thigh. Good. So, and then go ahead and relax your head down. So we're in an inversion. Yeah, good. If you want, you can let your arms dangle down into ragdoll or keep them on your legs supporting, not your knees, but some part of your leg. Good. If the pressure in your head is too much, lift it up slightly. Good. Now, if your arms are dangling down, bring them onto your shins or your thighs. We're going to come into a halfway lift. So slowly straighten the knees a little bit, stretch the crown of your head forward, come into an L shape. This is half lift. Take a breath in, exhale. Now Bend the knees, soften the knees, relax the head down back to your forward fold. Good. And now another halfway lift. So press into your hands on your legs. Start to straighten the knees a little bit. Stretch your spine long. Reach the crown of your head forward. Come into an L shape. Elongating your spine. And exhale again. Drop into your forward fold. Good. Now lift your head slightly. Bring your right hand back to your chair. Bring your left hand back to your chair. Finding your downward facing dog again. Good. And I'm changing my mind here. We're going to come out of this. So looking forward towards your chair to start to take little steps back towards your chair or forward towards your chair. Yes. Keep your head down though. Once you arrive behind your chair here. Yeah. And slowly lift your head back up. Good. Release your hands from your chair. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Good. And as you exhale, bring your hands into a cactus pose here. Good. And now bend your elbows and bring your fingertips to the back of your head and your thumbs right around your jaw joint on your cheeks. Yeah. Good. So stabilizing your head. We're just going to move our eyes now. We're going to lift our eyeballs up towards the sky and down towards the floor and up towards the sky and down towards the floor and forward. Then look left and right and left and right and forward with the eyeballs. And now lift the eyeballs up and to the right and down and to the left and up. So make 2 more circles with just your eyeballs, nice and slow. And then reverse, opposite direction. You got it. And pause. And now blink your eyes fast. Blink, blink, blink. Yeah. And then relax. Slowly release your hands down off of your head. Let them float down. Find your mountain pose. Take a big breath in and let it go. Relaxing your shoulders. Yes. Another breath in. Relax your shoulders. Good. And shake it out. Nice work, everybody. Okay, so keeping your chair there, I'm just going to move my phone to the side. Yeah, just going to get our heart rate up a little bit with some chair poses. So this is big time strengthening. It's good for, again, bone building, for strengthening our muscles. We're just going to do a little chair dance. Yeah. So again, finding your nice tall spine, take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, send your hips back like there's a stool behind you, a chair behind you. Yes, good. So you can have your hands on your thighs here. Yeah, good. And now if this feels okay to you, tuck your tummy up slightly, bring one arm forward, and if it's available to you, both arms forward. Yes, good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drop your hands towards the floor and reach them back like you're going to dive into our swimming pool now. Yeah. And then drop your hands on an inhale breath, bring them back forward. Big breath in, exhale again, find your diving position. Reach your arms up a little higher maybe. And then drop your hands on an inhale breath. Bring your arms forward and up, maybe a little higher. Look up between your hands. And this time, exhale, release the hands down. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Press down into your toes and into your legs, and very slowly, slowly start to straighten the knees. Once the knees come up, lift the head. find your mountain pose. Good job. Let's bring our hands onto our chest. Close your eyes and feel your heart. Yes. More and more beautiful, peaceful people are being developed on our globe. Yes, helpers are just popping up like dandelions, like daffodils in spring. Yeah, because we're leading from our hearts more and more. And then slowly float your eyes open, relax your arms down. Good, take a nice big deep breath in and let it go. Good. All right, we're just gonna do a little step to the side, another sort of dive pose, a little sun salutation, just a couple rounds. Make sure that you have a little bit of space on either side of you here. Yeah, and we're gonna bring our hands into prayer position. Good. All right, on an inhale breath, we're gonna step out to the left. As you exhale, soften your knees, bow your body down, reach your arms back and up. Get a little opening for the shoulders. Inhale as gracefully as you can. Come to center like a little candle. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, step out. So if it's a little struggle to come back to center, don't go out as far. Exhale, bend the knees, draw your arms back. And on a big inhale breath, slide everything back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale out. Exhale, bow. Inhale, come together. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more inhale out. Exhale, bow. Inhale, step together. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. All right. So we're going to come into eagle pose. Today, a little bit differently, I'm going to give you the option. Either you can come to your chair, sit down in your chair, or you can attempt, I shouldn't say attempt, or you can do eagle in a standing, right? So if you want to sit in your chair here, that's an option. Yeah, good. If you want to stay standing, so standing eagle is just a little bit more of a balance challenge. Yes. So you decide today what your body feels like. They're both incredibly detoxifying and medicinal. Yeah. All right. So if you're standing, if you're doing the standing eagle, we're going to take your, let's take your left leg and cross it over to your right side. Yes. Or your inside leg over. If you're sitting in your chair, same leg, you just cross over or cross at your ankles if you're sitting. Yes, and now all of our arms will be the same. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a challenge. If you're doing standing eagle, you know, if you want to bend your knees, that makes it a little bit, and bring your toe onto the floor, that makes it a little bit more challenging, right? Or just standing with your legs crossed. Yeah, good. And now we're going to float our arms out into a T. Bring your palms forward. You're going to slowly bring your arms forward. This is whether we're sitting or standing. We're going to reach our left arm up, cross it over the right, bring our hands to our shoulders. Yeah. You're going to scoot your fingers as far back on your shoulder blades as you can. You're giving yourself a nice high, tight hug. Yeah. Now, if you want to bring the backs of your hands together and draw them away from your face, that's an option. Right? Or you can just stay where you are. If you want to take your right hand into your left palm, that's an option as well. Good. You can even hold on to that thumb. Good. And breathe. Yes. Let's take a nice big breath in and lift your hands up towards the sky. Or if you're just staying crossed, hugging, lift your elbows up towards the sky and look up. And breathe. For 3, for 2, for 1. And then exhale, look back forward. Start to drop your upper arms onto your chest. Start to uncross your arms and slowly bring your arms down. Stretch them out to your T. Exhale, release your arms down and then uncross your legs. Yeah. So for those of you that were standing, when we were in that arm with the arms, it was a little bit of a challenge, right? But a little bit of wobble is good. And now we'll go over to the other side. So the people in their chair, you just be where you are. Okay, so now we're going to take the opposite leg and cross it over. Yes. So the outside leg or the opposite leg if you were sitting. Yes. And again, you can bend your knees and cross up higher here and bring your toe if you want a little bit more of a challenge in your eagle legs. Good. You find your range of your challenge. Yes. But that you'll be able to stay upright. Good. And now we're going to float our arms into a T. Bring your palms forward. Draw your arms forward. Good. Now we're going to bring our right arm over our left, or that inside arm over the outside, and then give yourself a hug. Sometimes if you find a spot to stare at, it helps. Good, good. And now lifting up the elbow slightly. If you want to bring the backs of your hands together, you can bring the left hand into the right palm. You can hold on to that right thumb. Yeah, if your arms are up here, draw them away from your face. And now on an inhale breath, lift your fingers up towards the sky or your arms up a little higher. Look up if you can towards your hands or towards the ceiling. And breathe for 3, for 2, 1. And release your arms down. Slowly let go of your hands or start to uncross slowly, like you're in slow motion. Yes, nice and graceful. Stretch your arms out to either side. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax your arms down. Good. And then uncross your legs. Okay. Good job. For those standing, just sort of shake it out. Sitting too, just shake out your body. And then let's all meet on our chair now. Good work, everyone. Good job. Yes. All right. Let's take a nice breath in and let go of any tension that you might have picked up there. Yes. Another breath in. And as you exhale, send your hips back towards your chair, just like we did when we were standing here. You might want to either separate your feet or bring them back together, whatever feels best for you. Yeah. Take another breath in. Exhale, you can reach for the front of your chair and just land your hips nice and easily onto your chair. Good. And now scooting forward in our chair a little bit. Good. We've landed. Again, take a nice breath in and let it go. So you notice that cadence all through class. Big breath in, let go. Do that during the course of your days. Every day, as you're going from one task to another, or, sitting down and reading a book or whatever, just, very regularly, just take nice, big, deep breaths and let it out. Yes, that's good. That's so helpful for your health of your brain and your body. Okay, we're going to end with a little bit deeper twist here before meditation. So in the front of our chair, take a breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. Grab behind your right knee. On an inhale breath, if you can press your thigh into your belly. Good. And then either cross at your legs or cross at your ankles. Either one. Yeah. Relax your arms. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, start to turn to the right. Take this left forearm with the palm out and bring it to the outside of your thigh. If you're crossed at your ankles, it's more like your wrist or your hand. Yeah, good. Nice tall spine. Now take this right hand right behind your hip. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, press into that left forearm or hand. Turn at your waist over to the right. Turn your head to the right and breathe. Try to breathe deeply into your belly. 2. And now keeping your body where it is, as you exhale, your next exhale breath, slowly turn your head forward, just your head, and slowly turn it over to the left. Yes, nice little bit more stretch for that the neck, shoulder. And now bring your head forward, take a breath in. Exhale, now just release your upper body back forward. And then help uncross that leg. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward, clasp behind this left knee now. On an inhale breath, squeeze your thigh into your belly. And here again, either crossing at your thighs or crossing at your ankles. Good. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, bring your right forearm or hand onto the outside of that left thigh. Take your left hand right behind your left hip on your chair, pressing down a little bit. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press into that right forearm or hand and turn at your waist over to the left. And then turn your head and look to the left and find your breath. Big belly breath. 2, 1. Now, as the next time you exhale, slowly turn your head, just your head forward, and slowly turn it as far right as is comfortable on your neck. Look to the right with your eyes. And then exhale, bring your head back forward. And then slowly bring your upper body back forward. And then just gently help that leg up and off. Good. And again, tap your legs, your arms, with a little rub. Good. And let's get ready for our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. So sitting back in your chair, feet planted on the floor. Feel free to lay down if that is what you prefer in your practice. Yes. And now to get all that beautiful stretching and squeezing and strengthening to go to those deep cells, right? Those trillions of cells, we need to relax. Good. So closing the eyes, getting yourself, just taking that couple seconds to get yourself nice and comfortable. Good. All right. And let's take a deep breath in and let it go. Release that tension, release all those things you don't want to carry. Again, another breath in, let go. And last one, breath in and let go. Now relax the whole body. Bring a gentle smile to your face. Take another breath in and breathe out. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Your hands, your fingers. Feel your heart soft and open. Belly relaxed. Hips heavy. Legs relaxed. Feet and toes. Take a gentle breath in and let go of all your efforts. Notice how you feel. And feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to slowly come back into this space and time, take a breath in and breathe out. And begin to wiggle toes and fingers, rocking your body side to side, slowly waking yourself up. And then coming back to stillness. Bringing your hands into prayer position, resting them onto your heart. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, bow your forehead to your fingertips, relax your shoulders. And we'll close practice today with this. We may not have it all together, but together we have it all. When you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace, gently begin to crack your eyes open and then opening them up a little bit more as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and practicing together on this beautiful practice. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.